Well, that was pretty interesting, actually. I've never actually seen the opening of the Langrisser before, so that was actually pretty new to me. Anyways, man, I really need a script for these kind of things. Ah, well. Uh, this is my first actual video on a technicality, but welcome to Let's Play the Langrisser Part 0, I guess. This is pretty much the introduction to what I'm going to be doing, and as you saw on the opening, that's pretty much how the gameplay is going to be going through. It's a pretty old strategy RPG game, but let's just get on. If you're wondering, I'm actually not going to be reading any of these texts out loud. Feel free to actually pause the video and read the text on your own. For the actual commentary, I actually don't really have much commentary for it. I just let the game flow as I go along. Now, here we are at the character creation test. This is where you make your character, essentially. You answer questions based on your personality, or if you have a guide, you can just look it up and get what you want, really. I already have the guide, so I already know what I want, but if I were to answer truthfully, it would be a strange time, actually. In any case, I'm actually going to do a little bit of a cheat here, where I'm actually going to be exploiting the actual test. So during this test, you can actually get additional items, whether or not you choose to say no at the end of the test. There's a total of 20 questions, but you can only actually answer a select few. You don't go through all 20 questions. Okay, now this is the question that if you guys end up following this, you do not want to try these two here if you want to go for an going through all the paths like I am. I'm actually going to be doing all the paths. For spoilers, really, I'm going to be doing the light path, the imperial path, the chaos path, and the independent path. If you decide to take A, you'll actually go on the independent path. If you choose B, you'll go on the chaos path, and this actually doesn't have anything. You just get an item for it. This is the Mirage Robe item, but that's just how it is. For those of you wondering, I'm really just answering all these questions for however I feel like it, really. At this point here, you can actually go back and say no and do all the questions over again. This is a little trick that I picked up while playing Der Langrisser. You can actually keep doing this so that you actually get more items at the beginning of the game. Make it a little bit easy for yourself if you're into that kind of stuff. I've done this game so many times, so I've actually done this without doing this, so I'm good. And as usual, the goddess here, Lucius, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce her name, is basically going to go through these questions over and over until you select yes if you're satisfied with what you have. I'm going through the same items, or I'm going through the same questions, sorry, to get the items I want. For the beginning, the later paths, for the first few scenarios, it's going to be very interesting, actually. Okay, that's 2 of them. I'm actually going to be doing a few of these until I'm done, really. I'm actually going to pick up a lot of stuff. Let's see here. There we go. these questions actually determine what class you take. I don't remember which ones. I might actually put like a link in the description if I, you know, decide not to tell you what class it is, because I don't even remember actually. Actually, no. Think about it now. This path, this one would be Pirate, a C unit. I believe this one is Hawk Knight, and this one would be Knight class. I'll get to all those classes later on when actually do stuff. But for now, I'm just gonna get the items I need and just get what I have to, I guess. The last like 3 questions are basically the same. Yeah, I was right. That was Pirate. Wow, I actually got a terrible start there. Sheesh. By the time this is uploaded, it really doesn't matter, because I'm actually going to start part 1 after this as well. This is actually going to be a separate video from what I would normally do, since this is technically part 0 and all the introductions and crap. Eventually, these questions just get really boring to go through. I got Pirate again. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to that. Oh well. Let's move on to another one. In the original Super Nintendo version, you can only do this up to 6 times, but I'm not using the actual Super Nintendo version, so I can pretty much use this as many times as I want. But, you know, it just gets really boring after a while. I really hope the sound is actually working. Otherwise, me doing all this would be really pointless. Usually the last 4 questions will always be these. Yeah, that one was Hawk Knight, I guess. Okay, that's done. If you're wondering, the starting classes that you get actually, are Hawk Knight, a flyer unit, Knight, a cavalry unit, basically horse, Pirate, which is a C unit, Warlock, and Gladiator, Fighter, and the final one would be Bishop, I believe. I've never actually tried the Bishop path, so it doesn't really matter to me. So I ended up being Warlock. If you guys are wondering, I'm actually going to be going with Warlock in this playthrough. Mostly because Warlock is actually the easiest to level up. Well, not exactly easiest. It's the it's actually got the smallest experience bar, so you can actually level up as much as you can with that. It's really small. That's actually not too bad. Alright. Well, I think I have to do this like 2 more times. There is actually another a series of questions that I could use to get more money, but I'll probably do that after a while. I'll actually get to the actual playthrough in the next part and not this part, you know, because I'm lazy and, you know, it's just boring for me. Anyways, shoot, I actually don't remember what to use next. Wow. I probably should have planned this a lot earlier. This is stupid. I actually need one more of this. Sorry for the cruddy commentary. I actually don't have a script for this kind of stuff. I just let it go as it is. Another game of Hawk Knight. Alright. Alright, let's see. If I do this correctly, I might actually get it, but, you know. That was a weird sound. Retreat. Or Unity. Holy crap, I actually got it! Wow, well, this is pretty much how I'm gonna start out, I guess. There is actually another sequence of questions that you can go through, but I'm not gonna go through that. That just takes way too much time. I'm sure you guys never actually seen this. In fact, the last playthrough I've seen was from a certain YouTuber. I don't remember his name, but I'll probably link that in the description if I feel like it. If not, well, it might be in later parts. But I believe he's only done one path. But I'm actually going to go through the tutorial on this. You guys can watch it, I guess. Yeah, so I'm really just gonna hit this all and just let you guys read this. I don't know much to explain, so I'll just let Lucius explain all of this, really. Now, Troop Infinity actually comes in really handy, so I guess you guys can pay attention here. This is actually really boring for me. I honestly don't care what Lucius says. I actually just let my instinct take over the first time I played this. Keep in mind, when I first played this, it was actually really long time ago, like almost 10 years, I believe. And I actually got the actual English version, or English patch, right on here, so, you know. Oh, well, I guess that's it. I really like this music. It's pretty good, actually. Anyways, we're going to be starting on scenario 1 in the next part, so, yeah, I look forward to that. I guess. Maybe. I don't know. This is my first video, so it doesn't really matter to me.